Hey there, very good morning. It's Isma as usual back again from FX Kampala, and in our video today we're going to be looking at margin. So who is a margin trader? How do I trade with a margin, and what's a margin? So these are some of the answers that we're going to find in this particular video. If you happen not to have subscribed in our YouTube channel, please do such that you do enjoy the content, or click onto the bell such that you're notified on each and every video that we happen to release on this particular channel. So you can also visit other social media platforms of ours, that is Instagram, TikTok. Facebook to find such amazing videos about forex trading. Now, like I told you in our video today, we're going to be looking at margin. What is a margin? First and foremost, margin is basically the amount of money expressed as a percentage, which is a requirement for any trader to execute a trade. So it's that amount of money expressed as a percentage that you need, you as a trader, to execute or to put a trade running. In other words, for every trade that you happen to put on your account, for any trade that you happen to put on your account, it should always have a certain amount of money attached onto it, expressed as a percentage. With this, it's not you who defines the percentage, but rather it's the broker. It's well described in the broker's terms and conditions. So it's a certain amount of money on each and every trade that you put. So you're not going to see this money anywhere. You will not see it anywhere, but rather just know that if I trade, for every trade that I put, a certain percentage of amount, rather a certain percentage of my capital is attached onto it. If you've been trading and you happen to put, okay, let's say with a small amount of money as your capital, and let's say with a $10 account, and you happen to put like 3 trades, you realize that you will stop on the 3rd or on the 4th trade. Reason being, it's because there is a certain amount of money attached onto this account. Like for instance, if let's say I trade and the broker states very well that the amount of money I'm supposed to risk is, let's say, 50% of my capital. So if my account is $10, then the $5 are going to be attached onto this trade, whether I've put a stop loss or I've not put. Meaning that the margin works as a stop loss, but the beauty with it is that it's expressed as a percentage. Meaning that if the market actually goes against me and reaches this $5, I'm going to be closed my position with a negative. But then the opportunity with the margin is that if I add more money, my percentage will remain 50%, but the amount of money is going to increase because of the capital. So that's why every time you enter in a trade and you happen to make a loss, they send you a message to notify you that your margin is about to be executed. Meaning that you now need to either leave the trade and close with a loss, or basically add more money to increase the amount of money, because now the percentage will remain the same as 50%, but the amount of money is now going to increase. Fact being that you will have increased your capital. So margin works as probably a risk management tool. It was brought up as a measure of risk management, not to allow only one single trade to close or to blow someone's account. So literally before, people used to trade, and on their trading, they could make a loss with just one single trade. But then if I put in my trade and the trade goes against me, this time round, I'll not be in position to blow my account. Reason being, I'll definitely close with a margin. That's why we define to those people that trade without stop losses as margin traders. So they are basically trading using the margin as their stop loss. Meaning that, yes, the margin is big and it's hard, to trade with, but it actually can help you keep time, which will eventually let the market run its direction. However, when you close with a margin, it will usually be a big loss. That's why margin traders always enter trades without a stop loss, and once they receive a notification that their margin is about to be executed, which we refer to as a margin call, Okay, so it's either a message or an email that is sent to you that your margin is about to be executed. By so this, they are letting you now to deposit more money such that you're in position to now definitely add more money to keep your position running. So we have different types of margin. We have what we call the used margin. If the margin requirement for that particular broker is 50%, then it means that your account or your trade will close the moment the market executes or exceeds 50% of the capital. That is, if you've either put a stop loss or not. Some people may probably put their stop loss at around 60%. Okay, let's say our capital is $10 and they put and the risk and the margin requirement is 50%, which is $5, and someone puts their stop loss at $6. Now, yes, you've put the stop loss at $6, but then the margin requirement is 50%, which is $5 for this case. So what happens is that regardless of whether you put a stop loss or not, but the margin is exceeded, we close, the trade will automatically close. So that is the type of margin number one. We call it used margin. So the 50% becomes used margin, and the remaining 50% becomes what we call free margin. Free margin is the amount of money that is left, or the remaining percentage that is left after the used margin. Now, any new trade that is to be executed will now be executed on the remaining amount of money, which is the remaining 50% on the free margin. So that's why you will see that, you'll happen to see that you're going to reach a point, you enter the market with the same lot size and you can't execute trades unless with the lot size that is smaller than the one you initially entered with. Reason being that what you're using currently now will be the free margin. And now on the free margin, the other remaining margin will now be the one responsible to enter our trades with. So like that. However, this is something that a trader himself may not recognize, may not realize that it's happening. Reason being, unless if you've been told about this, reason being you can't physically see this. It's systematically. So no one chooses margin. The margin is chosen by the broker. So you have no control over margin and you'll never see your margin anywhere, any point. So if you happen to trade, what I'll definitely encourage you is to always make sure to enter with the stop loss that is calculated and enter the market based upon the capital you have and risk what you can afford to risk. With that, allow me stop from here. I've shared my contact. In any case, if you happen to find any challenges, don't hesitate to contact us. We'll be in position to help you. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.